What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining the Glad's Horror Channel, the best horror channel here on YouTube. I just saw Orphan just yesterday. We gotta talk about it. Let's go. So first off, if you saw my trailer reaction to the new movie, you know that I'm a fan of the original Orphan. I didn't, and I think I'm like a lot of people in this, I did not need nor expect a second Orphan movie. So that's always a good thing. If we're not expecting it, well, not always, if we're not expecting it and it delivers, then it's great. If we're not expecting it and it makes the first movie worse, then it just ruins the franchise. It ruins the previous movie. So the trailer looked good. My biggest concern was in the first one, what made it so strong, there were some good kills, stuff like that, but what made it so strong was the twist at the end. So now that twist is out there, what could the creators do to make this one stand out? That was what I was fearing going in, or my biggest question mark going in was, what could they do to actually make this worth watching, aside from making it just another slasher movie, which there's nothing wrong with that. They and this movie exceeded expectations, not just because there weren't expectations, but just because they did not get lazy. They took a chance here. The creators of this movie took a chance. What do I mean by that? Orphan was already set as a slasher movie with the twists I just mentioned. They could have phoned it in and just made a run-of-the-mill slasher that didn't have much depth to it. The directors didn't go that route. They added a completely new twist to this. And this movie had like 3 or 4 different tones throughout, and they all worked. It gave depth to Esther. It gave more depth to the family involved. You showed that there was more to them than meets the eye. I'm not going to go into detail here as far as the spoilers, just because this is a movie that deserves to go in with fresh eyes. This is going to be a very short video because it's only a week old, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that while watching this video that have not seen it yet. So I will stop there, or I won't go any further than what I'm saying now. If you're on the fence on whether or not to give it a shot, give it a shot. There are some unanswered questions that I would have liked to see answered when the movie's over. And it wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but because this movie was daring and bold enough to go a different direction than what everyone expected it to go, it deserves a watch. It deserves a watch from all of us horror fans, especially horror fans that liked the first one, because it's a good one. They're a good 1-2 punch. Obviously, this is a prequel, because Esther, if you've seen the first one, Esther dies at the end. So clearly this is going to be a prequel. But for what it's worth, and considering that this wasn't expected by anybody, this was really good. This was really good. Again, like I said, it wasn't perfect, but it did enough to elevate the previous movie, and it didn't rest on its laurels by being a run-of-the-mill slasher movie. It had wrinkles in it that we did not expect, but elevated that movie even more so. So that's a nice short video from me here. If you're on the fence and watch this movie, check it out. If you have watched it, go down in the comments, let me know what you guys thought of it. I want to do another video about this same thing I'm doing with Nope. I filmed the Nope spoiler reaction or spoiler review some weeks ago. I just haven't had a chance to upload it yet. But I want to do the same thing with this, and after a few weeks and the dust settles, I want to go and actually deep dive into this one, because it's what I like about this is it's a slasher that's worth talking about, that actually that can be open for discussion as far as what really went down in this movie. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. If you have, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you're new here, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.